another day of Thanksgiving break, another day of car spotting. Yesterday I went to Porsche San Diego. Check that video out if you haven't. Some cool stuff there. Today we are going to O'Gara, La Jolla. For those of you guys who don't know what O'Gara is, it's like a hypercar. It's like a supercar dealership brand. Ferrari. O'Gara La Jolla doesn't have Ferrari. It has Lambo, Bugatti, Bentley, Rolls Royce, Aston? I don't think it has Aston. Yeah, but it has, like, you know, all those brands. So yeah, they do have Ferraris, but I don't think it's a Ferrari dealership. It's a separate Ferrari San Diego here. But we're not going to go to Ferrari today. We're going to O'Gara. So and there's probably some cool stuff there. Last time we went, there was a P1 GTR. Since they launched the McLaren San Diego. I also have a video on that if you want to check that out. Link in the description below. Yeah, they had a P1 GTR there, which was showed at the SCGT McLaren opening day, where they had the P1 GTR, Senna, and another P1. Was a really good SCGT show. So yeah, O'Gara, we're gonna head to La Jolla. Not in my or Tristan's car. We're probably gonna take the Cooper because I need to save gas for tonight's drive all the way up to LA to my house in Torrance. I'm staying there for a couple days. Gotta see my family, you know. And come back on Thursday for Thanksgiving dinner. I don't know exactly what we're gonna do, but yeah, I'll be here for the rest of the week from Thursday onward. And there's gonna be more car videos today. But today also, it's another video that we're doing. And we're gonna do like 2 different videos in one about O'Gara and another one for the top supercar owners in Southern California. I want to make it Southern California because I don't know any supercar owners in Northern California. Do you know any? Some, but it's all Southern California here. Like the big ones are all in Southern California. So we're gonna do that after we come back from O'Gara. So yeah, let's head to O'Gara right now.
I was all alone. Showed up under my umbrella. Oh, shelter from the cold. Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here?
I'm inside the brand new McLaren San Diego dealership next to O'Gara. It's like a very small showroom. But this 720S, what is it called?
Standard blue.
It's just standard blue, but alright. It looks really good. I don't see this color often. It's the carbon fiber wheel. Look at that. Dry carbon fiber. Along with this yellow 720S, also looking good. Yeah, they're all set up now. Have all their offices, a couple of McLarens outside.
Let's stay a while, never leaving. Send me along in my heart. Ah, we're taking off. Send me along in my heart. Ah, we're taking off. Don't let go, I want your body around.
O'Gara still has the Chiron and the 918. They're selling the 918. The Chiron, I believe, it's Sultani's. It's like the owner of the P1 GTR. It's his Chiron. So let's roll a quick B-roll of the cars here. There has been more Uruses here in like the last couple of weeks than ever. Like there's already 2 in this dealership. One here and one over there. The press car's over there. Yeah, I think they just got this one. And then there's like 10 at Lambo Newport. It's just like they're flooding now and everyone's buying them. So we're gonna see a lot more Uruses than we did in like the last month. Yeah, which is crazy because like a month ago or like a couple months ago, seeing one of these were really rare, and like we used to like freak out after seeing this. But now it's like it's like it's just another Urus, and we're gonna see more like in the future in the next couple of weeks. Everyone's gonna buy him. So yeah, it's funny. It's funny how like they just flooded the amount of Urus, like crazy amount of Uruses here in Southern California, and just now we just see them. This one has, is that Michigan?
Yeah.
This one has Michigan plates.
Press
Funny.
cars.
Okay, that was O'Gara. Hope you guys liked sort of B-roll that I did. I didn't film too much in there because there's nothing really much to film. I've seen basically everything before. The only new thing there was all the McLarens since McLaren San Diego opened. So yeah, our plan is to head back home. We're gonna go eat, and then we're gonna film our Supercar owners video, which will be in the same video as this. So yeah, we're gonna go home, eat, and then film our Supercar video. So we're back at the house. I just finished eating my banana for dessert. And look at this guy. He is playing zombies. Hurry up, we need to film. We need to film. We need to film our Supercar owner video. Okay, I'll be back in a little bit. He needs to finish. No. He needs to finish playing his Black Ops 2 zombies. Okay, so we're gonna start off with Manny Koshman. Tristan's gonna start us off.
So, Manny Koshman has a pretty nice car collection.
He's
down.
probably he's the most famous Instagram-wise out of
Yeah, he's
the
pretty
five.
famous. Yeah.
And also before we start, I'm gonna say that the list that we made are not in specific order, so we're not gonna rank like the collections. We just chose 5 collectors that were the best, that had the best collections in Southern California. And also, we're not gonna name every single car they have, since that would take a long time. We just picked the best cars they have. They have more cars than the cars that we are telling you guys. But just know that we just picked only like the best ones. So yeah, Tristan, start us off.
So, let's talk about Manny Koshman's Veyrons. So, he has quite a bit of Veyrons. He's kind of obsessed with them. So the first one is, I think he has a blue and black Veyron 16.4. Just an original spec, nothing special. I haven't seen the car yet, but yeah, I don't know, he has like 3 Veyrons for some reason. He has also the brand new, well, not brand new, but he just got Veyron Icono edition, the Iconic edition, which is brown carbon fiber. We seen it recently at McLaren Newport and at Lamborghini Newport at the show. So yeah, he just bought that car, and he also has a 1-of-1 Mansory full carbon fiber with gold wheels Veyron, which is his special Veyron. It's kind of made him famous from it. So yeah, it's just an absurd Veyron.
And his Pyra that we saw last week. Keep talking, Tristan.
And also he also has a Pagani Huayra, which is a special Hermes edition Huayra. So it has Hermes did all the interior and stuff, and it's brown since Hermes is like best color, like favorite color is brown. They all have like brown. So he has like brown luggage and all of that, and like a special Hermes shift knob and things like that. So
Pretty cool,
it's
yeah.
pretty cool. He also is very, very into Mercedes McLaren SLRs. So he has, I think he has 1 Roadster and 3 Coupes. I don't know why. And they're nothing special. They're just SLRs. But having 4 is kind of absurd. I don't know why he has 4. He also has a McLaren P1 that it started off as being white, just a regular white P1, and then it turned into some chameleon carbon fiber P1, and now it's completely matte carbon fiber P1, completely blacked out. He blacked out everything, tinted everything, so it makes it very Batmobile blacked out. And then I think he also has a 918, but I'm not sure. So
He probably does.
yeah, he probably does. And then what's cool about Manny Koshman is that he's also getting the brand new Agera Ragnarok that's coming out soon in Geneva. So it will be the replacement of the Agera. So I'm excited to see what that will turn out. as. It's basically a track focus like Regera, but it's not really a Regera. We don't really know what it looks like, but it has a wing or a fixed wing and things like that. And he also has a Project One coming, so really excited to see that car. We saw the one that was just a shell at Monterey, which I want to see it on the road. I think it will be mental, that car. And he also just announced that he ordered a Speedtail, which is the new 3-seater McLaren. They say it's not really an F1 successor, but it's basically an F1 successor if it's a 3-seater.
The one with like the different rims, it has like the closed wheels in the front and then like the open on the back, right?
Yeah,
it's the weird.
But yeah, I think you could spec it out differently. It's
yeah,
just,
but that's the pictures are like that. Okay, now second is Shin Mike-yen. So he has a LaFerrari, a Hundra, a Phoenix that he just bought from Manny Koshman. He's selling his Huayra BC, the red and black one, I believe. It's at Iluso. He's selling it.
Blue and black.
Blue and black. My bad. Blue and black. BC selling from Iluso. Iluso selling it for him. And up and coming, he is getting a Regera. There's nothing really special about his collection, except for his Phoenix and his Hundra. Those
and
two.
How crazy he drives his cars.
And he drives them. So a lot of people are happy that he bought the Phoenix from Koshman, since Koshman barely drove the Phoenix, and Shin is probably going to drive the Phoenix. So people are happy about him buying the car from Koshman, since we'll see the Phoenix more often on the road and not just in car shows. So yeah, people are happy about that. I'm happy about that. I want to see that on the road too.
Okay, so next let's talk about David Lee's collection, which is probably really famous because of all his Ferraris that he owns. So of course he has the 5 iconic Ferraris, the main Ferraris that everyone should know about: the 288 GTO, the F40, the F50, the Enzo, and the LaFerrari, which is all in red. Pretty nice. We've seen it all together. We've been to his house. Well, not his house, his garage. But yeah, it's insane, his collection. He also has Formula 1 cars and very famous like front splitters and stuff. Just a bunch of Ferrari things. Like basically he collects everything that has to do with Ferrari.
Yeah, but he just doesn't have only Ferraris.
Yeah,
he also
so
has other cars.
he also has a Pagani Huayra that was very famous because it used to be owned by YouTuber Salamandrin. So that is a very famous car. He also did the Dino, Ferrari Dino, and he put an F40 engine. So he bought an F40 and a Dino and took off the engine of the F40 and put it in the Dino, which is like insane. So that really made him famous too, because he basically made his own Dino version with a good engine. So I think it's pretty cool. We've seen the car a couple times, even on the road. So yeah. And he also has a CGT 918, a bunch of Rolls Royces, and he also has matching specs, TDF and Speciale. So what he does is that his like limited edition cars, besides his 5 cars, he like specs them exactly the same. So his TDF, Speciale, and all his special cars spec the same. And then he also has his Cali 488 and his like 812. They're all spec'd the same. So it's pretty cool that he does that, and he's probably one of the biggest Ferrari collectors in the world.
Okay, the 4th person on our list is X Mark the Spot. He is well known for his Huayra BC, or I would say probably his final edition Vader. He's well known for that. So he has, I believe, one of the first BCs. I think it's the first BC, right?
The very first.
The very first BC, which has a lot of miles on it. The white one. He has that. Like I said, the final edition Vader, the 1 of 2, Vader and Thor. We'll talk about Thor in a little bit. And up and coming, he is getting the Valkyrie and also the McLaren BC03, which we still don't know much about, right?
All we know is that there's going to be 5 in the world, and
Yeah.
it's going to be basically a concept of the Gran Turismo McLaren. So it's going to be out of this world.
And the next person who we're going to talk about, Tristan is going to talk about, he's also getting the BC03. So Tristan, the last and final person.
Dan is definitely the biggest collector that we know on Instagram in Southern California, even maybe in the world. So he owned a lot of Koenigseggs, Paganis, and all those special edition cars. But the ones he currently owns is the Thor, the RS Thor. So Vader is the twin brother or something like that that Mark owns. So they're pretty good friends. And then he also got delivered his Regera, which is the first Regera in the United States, and I still think it's the first Regera in the United States. He also has the RS Draken, which was his first Agera RS, if you count as the RS the Thor too, which is basically the same. And then he also owns a Huayra BC in carbon and red, which hasn't been around for a while. I think he shipped it off somewhere else, but he hasn't been driving it that much.
But we saw it last week.
Yeah, but we saw it
last week.
And then he also owns 3 iconic Zondas: the Zonda Cinque Coupe, the Zonda Cinque Roadster, and the Zonda Tricolore, which are 1 of 5 and 1 of 3 for the Tricolore. So he basically owns 3 of the best Paganis in the world, and he drives them in the US, which is basically illegal. So he's a crazy man, and he drives his cars, which I respect him, and he loves showing his cars to the public. So that's
and for the
very,
greater
very
good.
good. Yeah. So he's always showing his cars to the public wherever he can. So
And his Centenario. He also has a Centenario.
and then he also has a Centenario, which is 1 of 20, the first one in the US,
You got that.
which is carbon and blue Cepheus accent. So that is I love that car so much, just because I've seen it on the road. I took rollers of it and things like that. So it's been a pretty iconic car for me. He has many cars coming. So he has the Senna coming up soon. He has the Speedtail. He has the BC03. He also has a Ragnarok coming soon, a Valkyrie, and it could go on forever. Like
Probably more.
He has a bunch of Porsches coming and a bunch of different cars. Probably a Project One.
No, and he's had a lot of cars that he sold in the past. He had a Loft, right? He had a Loft Ferrari. He had a Chiron. He had a lot of different cars. This is his current collection. We don't know what it's gonna be like. We're probably sure that he's gonna keep his Cinques.
Yeah.
His Zondas for sure. He's gonna keep his Zonda.
He's probably gonna keep his current cars, get rid of the Draken and the Regera.
Get rid of I don't know about the Regera. Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna get rid of the Regera.
Probably, I don't know, but they're gonna make a better version of the Regera. So whenever there's a better version of the car, he just sells his old one. So it doesn't matter. Like, he sells them and donates all the money to charity.
And speaking of that, he's actually, I think he's the one who created OC Festival Speed.
So he's going to be making one of the biggest shows that will rival the Goodwood Festival Speed, which it isn't a hill climb or a huge
It's a little
event,
different.
but it's going to be really big, and we are hoping to see a lot of cars there, a lot of debuts, maybe first times for us, and seeing crazy cars on the track like Cinques and Centenarios that no one has ever seen.
Yeah, that never happens because you don't see owners driving those cars on track. And this is gonna be really fun for us, but the bad thing is it's we have to go really early in the morning, and it's an hour drive from my house. So yeah, it's gonna be exciting and tiring day for us, but that's all the way in the future, in January. The first or second week of January. That's gonna happen. So yeah, that is our 5 top supercar owners in Southern California. If you guys want to see more of this kind of informational content about supercar owners, we could do one in the East Coast. I know there's a couple big collectors out there in the East Coast. Not the West Coast. I say not the West Coast. And we could do a video on Asia. There's a lot of collectors in Asia. A lot of them are secret, but we still know a couple, right? There's some in Europe too that we could talk about. So if you guys want to see more of this kind of supercar owner videos, please like the video and also comment down what area, what region in the world you guys want to see. If you guys enjoy this video, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Good. Now,
Edit.